Implementation of Strategic Resource Initiatives in Greenland by 2024, a comprehensive report. Introduction. The strategic resource initiatives in Greenland represent a significant shift towards leveraging the region's rich mineral wealth while ensuring sustainable development. With a projected investment of $1.8 billion aimed at enhancing infrastructure, these initiatives are structured across 4 key phases, each critical to the overall success of the project. The overarching goal is to position Greenland as a pivotal player in the global resource market, particularly for minerals and rare earth elements, which are in high demand for various industries worldwide. Overview of the investment. The $1.8 billion investment is earmarked for infrastructure development, which is essential for facilitating resource extraction and transportation. This funding is expected to create numerous job opportunities, stimulate local economies, and ensure that the benefits of resource development are felt by local communities. The careful planning and execution of these initiatives are paramount. Given Greenland's unique ecological environment and the potential for conflicting interests among stakeholders. Key phases. Phase 1, Assessment and Planning 2022 to 2023. The first phase, which began in 2022 and concluded in 2023, involved a comprehensive assessment of Greenland's existing infrastructure and its resource potential. This phase included geological surveys. Detailed geological surveys were conducted to map the mineral resources available in the region, identifying the most viable sites for extraction. Environmental impact assessments (EIAs). EIAs were crucial in understanding the potential ecological consequences of resource extraction, ensuring that any negative impacts could be mitigated. Stakeholder consultations. Engaging local communities, indigenous groups, and other stakeholders was essential to gather insights, address concerns, and foster collaboration throughout the project. This initial phase laid the groundwork for the subsequent infrastructure development, ensuring that decisions were informed by data and community input. Phase 2, Development of Infrastructure 2023 to 2024. Following the assessments. The second phase focuses on the actual development of infrastructure necessary for resource extraction. Key components of this phase include construction of roads and ports. Building reliable transport links is critical to facilitate the movement of resources. New roads and enhanced port facilities will enable efficient transportation to and from extraction sites. Energy facilities. Establishing energy infrastructure will support not only the extraction processes but also provide power to local communities, thereby contributing to overall regional development. Job creation. This phase is expected to create thousands of jobs in construction, engineering, and related fields, providing a significant boost to the local economy. Infrastructure development is set to commence in 2023 and is expected to continue into 2024, aligning with the timeline for resource extraction. Phase 3, Resource Extraction 2024 onwards. The third phase marks the actual extraction of resources, which is anticipated to begin in 2024. This phase will focus on mineral and rare earth element extraction. Greenland is rich in minerals like iron ore, copper, and rare earth elements essential for technology and renewable energy industries. Global supply chain integration. By positioning itself as a key supplier of these materials, Greenland aims to integrate into global supply chains, particularly for industries reliant on rare earth elements. Economic growth. The extraction phase is expected to generate substantial revenue, contributing to both local and national economies. This phase represents the culmination of the previous assessments and infrastructure developments, transforming plans into tangible economic activity. Phase 4, Sustainability and Monitoring ongoing. The final phase emphasizes the importance of sustainability and environmental monitoring. Key aspects include sustainable practices. Implementing sustainable extraction practices will be crucial to minimize environmental impacts. Ensuring that biodiversity is protected and that the natural landscape is preserved. Continuous monitoring, ongoing monitoring of environmental impacts will be essential to adapt practices as needed and to ensure compliance with environmental regulations. Community benefits. Ensuring that local communities benefit equitably from resource extraction is a priority, fostering a sense of ownership and participation among residents. This phase will be ongoing and integrated into all aspects of the resource initiatives, ensuring that sustainability remains a core principle. Common key points across sources. The strategic initiatives for resource development in Greenland have garnered attention globally, with several common themes emerging from various sources. Balanced approach. There is widespread agreement on the need for a balanced approach that considers both economic and environmental factors. Community engagement. Most sources emphasize the importance of engaging local communities in planning and decision-making processes to ensure that their voices are heard. Projected economic benefits. The potential for job creation, increased investment, and overall economic growth is frequently highlighted as a significant benefit of the initiatives. Differences between sources. While there is consensus on the overall strategy, some differences emerge in specific areas. Resource focus. Some sources emphasize the development of renewable energy alongside traditional resource extraction, while others focus primarily on minerals. Community involvement. The degree of local community engagement varies, with some reports advocating for stronger involvement in decision-making processes than others. Timeline variations. There are slight discrepancies in the projected timelines for each phase, reflecting differing opinions on the pace of development and extraction. Complete timeline of events. 2022. Initiation of the assessment and planning phase, including geological surveys and stakeholder consultations. 2023. Continued assessments and beginning of infrastructure development, including roads and energy facilities. 2024. Expected commencement of resource extraction coupled with ongoing infrastructure projects and community engagement efforts. Post-2024, emphasis on sustainability practices and continuous monitoring to ensure ecological balance and community benefits. Conclusion. The implementation of strategic resource initiatives in Greenland by 2024 represents a comprehensive approach to resource management and infrastructure development. With a focus on sustainability, community involvement, and economic growth, these initiatives are designed to position Greenland as a critical player in the global resource market. The careful planning and execution of the 4 key phases are essential to realizing the full potential of this ambitious project, ensuring that both local populations and the environment can thrive alongside resource development. As the timeline unfolds, the emphasis on sustainability and equitable benefits will be crucial in shaping the future of Greenland's resource initiatives. The implementation of strategic resource initiatives in Greenland by 2024, involving a substantial $1.8 billion investment, presents several counterintuitive aspects worth noting. 1. Perception of resource extraction versus sustainability. Generally, resource extraction is viewed as detrimental to environmental sustainability. However, the initiative emphasizes that with proper planning and monitoring, resource extraction can coexist with ecological preservation. This challenges the conventional belief that economic development through resource extraction inevitably leads to environmental degradation. 2. Economic growth versus local community impact. While large-scale investments in infrastructure development are often thought to benefit the economy at large, there is a growing recognition that they can also lead to displacement or disruption within local communities. The initiative's focus on equitable distribution of benefits suggests a shift from the typical top-down economic model, highlighting the importance of community involvement in decision-making processes. 3. Job creation in a tech-driven industry. It is commonly assumed that technological advancements in resource extraction lead to job losses due to automation. However, the initiative claims that developing infrastructure and resource extraction will create jobs, particularly in construction and support industries. This counters the narrative that technology solely replaces human labor, suggesting instead that it can also lead to new employment opportunities in related sectors. For short-term investment versus long-term sustainability, the immediate focus on infrastructure development may seem at odds with long-term sustainability goals. However, the emphasis on sustainability and continuous monitoring in the final phase indicates that short-term investments are being strategically aligned with long-term ecological and community health. This integrated approach counters the notion that immediate economic gains are incompatible with sustainable practices. 5. Geopolitical implications of resource development. The prevailing assumption is that resource-rich regions draw interest primarily for economic exploitation. However, Greenland's strategic resource initiatives are expected to elevate its position in the global supply chain for critical materials, which may lead to geopolitical partnerships and increased international cooperation rather than mere exploitation. This highlights a more nuanced understanding of how resource development can influence global relationships. 6. Focus on rare earth elements amid renewable energy. While the global narrative often emphasizes the transition to renewable energy, the focus on minerals and rare earth elements in this initiative may seem counterintuitive, as it appears to prioritize traditional resource extraction over renewable initiatives. However, rare earth elements are crucial for the production of renewable energy technologies, suggesting a more integrated approach where traditional and renewable resources support each other in combating climate change. 7. Community engagement as a risk mitigation strategy. Typically, large infrastructure projects face opposition from local communities, which can lead to delays and increased costs. This initiative's proactive stance on stakeholder consultations and community involvement flips the script by suggesting that engaging local populations in planning and execution can mitigate risks and foster local support, countering the common narrative that community engagement is merely a box-ticking exercise. 8. Environmental impact assessments as economic drivers. It is often assumed that environmental assessments are a hurdle to economic progress. However, in this initiative, they are positioned as essential components that not only safeguard Greenland's ecology but also enhance the viability of the resource projects. This represents a shift in perspective where environmental considerations are seen as integral to successful economic development rather than obstacles. These counterintuitive aspects highlight a complex interplay between economic development, sustainability, and community involvement, suggesting that strategic resource initiatives can be designed to align with broader social and ecological goals rather than opposing them. The report on the implementation of strategic resource initiatives in Greenland by 2024 is significant in various ways, and some critical aspects are likely to be overlooked by the general public. Here are several noteworthy points that deserve attention along with explanations of their significance. 1. Environmental Impact Assessments (EIAs). Importance. The report highlights the initial phase of assessment and planning, which includes comprehensive environmental impact assessments. While EIAs are often a standard procedure in resource extraction projects, the specifics of these assessments in the context of Greenland's unique ecosystem are crucial. Significance. Greenland's environment is fragile and sensitive to changes, especially due to climate change. The significance lies in understanding how resource extraction can disrupt local wildlife, affect indigenous communities, and contribute to larger ecological issues. The thoroughness and transparency of EIAs can determine the project's long-term sustainability. 2. Community involvement. Importance. The mention of stakeholder consultations in the planning phase is an essential aspect that may be underappreciated. Community engagement is vital for identifying local needs and concerns. Significance. Involving local communities in decision-making processes can lead to better outcomes, fostering trust and reducing conflicts. The significance of this involvement is not just ethical, it can affect the project's success, as local support is often critical for navigating regulatory and social landscapes. 3. Job creation versus job quality. Importance. The projected job creation during the infrastructure development phase is highlighted, yet there is little focus on the quality of those jobs. Significance. It is essential to ensure that the jobs created are not only plentiful but also sustainable, fair, and provide adequate wages and working conditions. The long-term economic impact on local communities will depend on the nature of these employment opportunities, which could either empower local populations or lead to exploitation. 4. Focus on sustainability. Importance: the report emphasizes sustainability and ongoing monitoring as part of the final phase of the initiative. Significance: sustainability is often discussed in broad terms, but the specific measures and practices that will be implemented to ensure adherence to sustainable practices are critical. This includes understanding how the project will mitigate carbon footprints, manage waste, and protect biodiversity. A focus on sustainability can also enhance Greenland's reputation as a responsible player in the global market. 5. Global supply chain dynamics. Importance: the report points to Greenland's potential role in the global supply chain for minerals and rare earth elements, which is often overshadowed by local narratives. Significance: understanding the global implications of Greenland's resource extraction initiatives highlights the interconnectedness of local actions in international markets. It raises questions about geopolitical interests, especially from countries reliant on these resources, and the potential for conflicts over access and control. 6. Technological advancements. Importance: the report does not sufficiently address the technological advancements that may be employed during the resource extraction process. Significance: innovation in extraction technologies can improve efficiency and reduce environmental impact. However, reliance on cutting-edge technology can also lead to increased capital investment and dependency on external expertise, potentially sidelining local knowledge and labor. The interplay between technology, local involvement, and sustainability is a complex but critical aspect of the initiative. 7. Long-term economic viability. Importance: the projected economic benefits are often discussed in terms of short-term gains without sufficient emphasis on long-term viability. Significance: resource extraction can lead to the Dutch disease, where a focus on resource wealth can undermine other economic sectors. Ensuring that the local economy diversifies and that the benefits of resource extraction are equitably distributed is crucial for the long-term prosperity of Greenland. 8. Potential for indigenous rights issues. Importance: the report mentions stakeholder consultations but does not explicitly address the rights of indigenous populations in Greenland. Significance: indigenous rights and sovereignty must be at the forefront of resource initiatives, especially in regions like Greenland, where indigenous communities have a deep connection to land and resources. Failure to adequately address these issues can lead to social unrest and legal challenges, impacting the project's timeline and success. 9. Climate change considerations. Importance: Greenland's role in the climate crisis is profound, yet the report does not elaborate on how the resource initiatives will interface with global climate change efforts. Significance: as a region heavily affected by climate change, any resource extraction must consider its contribution to greenhouse gas emissions and the potential paradox of exploiting resources that might exacerbate climate issues. Addressing climate change in the context of resource management is critical for ensuring a resilient future. 10. Regulatory framework. Importance: the report outlines phases and investments but lacks detail on the regulatory framework governing these initiatives. Significance: a robust regulatory framework is essential for ensuring compliance with environmental standards, labor rights, and community engagement. The absence of clear regulatory guidelines can lead to mismanagement, corruption, and exploitation, undermining the project's objectives. In conclusion, while the report on Greenland's strategic resource initiatives outlines a comprehensive plan with significant investments, several critical aspects warrant closer scrutiny. The interplay between environmental concerns, community involvement, economic viability, and regulatory frameworks is essential for the success of these initiatives. Addressing these overlooked elements will not only enhance the project's potential for success but also ensure that it aligns with broader goals of sustainability and equity. 1. Comprehensive Assessment and Planning Phase 2022 to 2023. The initial phase of the strategic initiatives is critical as it lays the groundwork for all subsequent activities. This phase involves detailed geological surveys and environmental impact assessments, which are essential for understanding the resource potential and ecological sensitivities of Greenland. Engaging stakeholders during this phase ensures that local communities have a voice in the planning process, which is vital for securing social license and support for future developments. The importance of this phase cannot be overstated as it sets the stage for a balanced approach that integrates economic goals with environmental stewardship. 2. Infrastructure Development 2023 to 2024. The second phase focuses on the construction of essential infrastructure such as roads, ports, and energy facilities. This investment of $1.8 billion is not just about facilitating resource extraction, it is also about creating jobs and stimulating local economies. The development of infrastructure is a key driver for economic growth as it enables better access to resources, improves transportation logistics, and encourages investments in related industries. An in-depth analysis of this phase should examine the expected economic impacts, including job creation, the multiplier effect on local businesses, and how infrastructure improvements can enhance the overall quality of life for residents. 3. Resource Extraction and Economic Positioning 2024 onwards. Once the infrastructure is in place, the focus will shift to the extraction of vital resources such as minerals and rare earth elements. This phase is crucial for positioning Greenland as a key player in the global supply chain for these materials, which are increasingly in demand for technology and renewable energy sectors. An exploration of this phase should consider the global market dynamics, the competitive advantages Greenland holds due to its resource wealth, and the potential risks associated with over-reliance on resource extraction. It is also important to discuss how this phase aligns with broader economic development goals for Greenland. 4. Sustainability and continuous monitoring ongoing. The final phase emphasizes the importance of sustainable practices and ongoing monitoring of environmental impacts. This aspect of the strategic initiatives highlights the need for a long-term vision that prioritizes ecological balance while pursuing economic development. Analyzing this phase involves looking at the frameworks for sustainability that will be implemented, the role of technology in monitoring environmental impacts, and how the benefits of resource extraction will be shared equitably among local communities. This phase is critical not only for preserving Greenland's unique ecology but also for fostering a sense of trust and collaboration between developers and local populations, which is essential for the success of the overall initiative. In summary, the implementation of strategic resource initiatives in Greenland by 2024 encapsulates a multifaceted approach that balances economic development with environmental sustainability. Each phase plays a vital role in ensuring the overall success of the project, and an in-depth analysis of these points will shed light on the complexities and potential outcomes of this ambitious plan. 1. The Alaska Native Claims Settlement Act ANCSA 1971. This landmark legislation was designed to resolve land claims by Alaska Natives and promote economic development in the region. The act resulted in the transfer of approximately 44 million acres of land and over $962 million to Native corporations. The ANCSA aimed to create a framework for resource management and development while ensuring that the benefits were shared among the Native populations. Similar to Greenland's initiative, the ANCSA involved comprehensive assessments of land and resources, stakeholder consultations, and infrastructure investments to support economic growth while balancing environmental concerns. 2. The Canadian oil sands development. Beginning in the late 20th century, Canada has invested heavily in the extraction of oil sands, particularly in Alberta. This development has involved substantial infrastructure investments, including roads, pipelines, and processing facilities, with a focus on both economic benefits and environmental management. The Canadian government and industry stakeholders adopted various phases of development, from exploration and assessment to extraction and sustainability monitoring. Like Greenland's strategic resource initiatives, the oil sands development has faced scrutiny regarding environmental impacts and the need for sustainable practices. 3. The development of the Brazilian Amazon BR-163 project, the BR-163 highway project initiated in the 2000s, aimed to enhance access to the Amazon region for resource extraction and agricultural development. This project involved significant infrastructure investments and planning phases that included environmental assessments and community consultations. Although the project faced criticism for its potential ecological impacts, it exemplifies the complex balance of resource development, infrastructure growth, and sustainability considerations, much like the strategic initiatives proposed for Greenland. The challenges and strategies used in the BR-163 project resonate with the themes of stakeholder engagement and ecological preservation that are central to Greenland's plans. The future outlook for the implementation of strategic resource initiatives in Greenland, particularly following the substantial $1.8 billion investment earmarked for infrastructure development, is promising and multifaceted. This strategic initiative, which is structured around 4 key phases, is not just about economic growth but also about balancing resource extraction with environmental sustainability and community involvement. Here's a detailed prediction of what we can expect in the coming years. Economic growth and job creation. As the infrastructure development phase 2023 to 2024 progresses, we can anticipate a significant boost in the local economy. The construction of roads, ports, and energy facilities is expected to create thousands of jobs, both directly in construction and indirectly in supporting industries. This influx of employment opportunities will likely enhance local livelihoods and stimulate further economic activities, leading to increased investment in other sectors such as tourism and service industries. Resource extraction and global supply chain integration. Starting in 2024, Greenland is poised to become a crucial player in the global supply chain for minerals and rare earth elements. Given the growing demand for these resources, particularly in the technology and renewable energy sectors, Greenland's initiatives could position it as a vital supplier. This transition will not only enhance the island's economic standing but also integrate it into international markets, potentially attracting further foreign investments and partnerships. Emphasis on sustainability. The final phase of the initiative focuses on sustainability and ongoing monitoring of environmental impacts. As global attention shifts towards climate change and sustainable practices, Greenland's commitment to environmentally responsible resource extraction will be critical. By prioritizing sustainable practices, Greenland can set a precedent for other resource-rich regions, potentially gaining favor with environmentally conscious investors and consumers. This aspect of the project might also lead to the development of innovative technologies and practices in sustainable mining and resource management. Community engagement and social impact. A notable aspect of the strategic initiatives is the emphasis on community involvement. As the project unfolds, local communities will likely play a critical role in shaping the development process, ensuring that benefits are equitably distributed. There will be an increasing focus on incorporating local knowledge and practices into resource management, fostering a sense of ownership and responsibility among residents. This approach can mitigate potential conflicts and enhance social cohesion, allowing for a more harmonious relationship between resource extraction activities and local communities. Challenges and considerations. Despite the optimistic outlook, several challenges may arise. Environmental concerns, particularly related to climate change, could pose significant risks to both the ecology of Greenland and the feasibility of resource extraction initiatives. Additionally, geopolitical factors such as international relations and trade policies could impact Greenland's ability to fully realize its resource potential. Technological advancements. Advancements in technology will play a pivotal role in the successful implementation of these initiatives. The adoption of cutting-edge extraction technologies can improve efficiency and reduce environmental impacts, while innovations in renewable energy can support sustainable infrastructure development. Furthermore, digital tools for monitoring environmental impacts will enhance transparency and accountability in resource management. Long-term vision. Looking beyond the immediate outcomes of these initiatives, Greenland's strategic resource initiatives could serve as a model for other regions globally. By balancing economic development with environmental stewardship and community involvement, Greenland can illustrate a pathway for sustainable resource management in the context of global challenges such as climate change and resource scarcity. Conclusion. In summary, the future of strategic resource initiatives in Greenland, facilitated by a significant investment in infrastructure, holds substantial promise for economic growth, community development, and environmental sustainability. By focusing on these key areas, Greenland is poised to become a leader in responsible resource management in the coming years, setting a benchmark for other regions to follow. As the timeline unfolds, continuous engagement with stakeholders, proactive risk management, and a commitment to sustainability will be essential to realizing the full potential of this ambitious initiative.